Good morning. Are we live? Yes, we are. So, happy Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. How to start today is what we're going through today, because I can't tell you how many times, probably the most common thing that we see is that vicious cycle where it's like people who come in and say, they inquire and they say, look, I want to get started, I'm ready to go, really motivated, but I'll start next week, I'll start when this is done, I'll start when that's done. And the reality is that we can never hear this enough time. And someone's actually said to me, you always talk about the same stuff. And it's because until we do the simple things, the more fancier stuff is just going to be a distraction. Have you ever heard of the emotional cycle of change? It's a really interesting one, because what happens is we get essentially real optimistic, but it's uninformed at the start of anything. Uninformed optimism. Yes, I'm going to do it next week, it's going to be so much easier. The reality is that pessimism comes in though when it becomes, say, tomorrow. So today it's really easy to say tomorrow will be easier. Today it's really easier to say tomorrow is going to be easier. For reasons that we're kind of just, that gives us a bit of dopamine that we've delegated today to tomorrow, which is fine sometimes. We can only do it for so long before tomorrow we don't actually get the same chance as we did today. That could be for health reasons, that could be the time reasons, whatever that is. That's the reality. Now, we could go into another place with that in terms of how important this is to you in terms of health, fitness, making everyday tasks easier. Like one of the ladies said the other day, how being with her grandkids all day was exhausting, but she would never been able to do that given what she does now in terms of her fitness level. She doesn't know how she would have actually coped. There's things like that, how important is stuff like that to us. But we go back to it, so that pessimism comes in when we open our emails on Tuesday where we said we were going to start, and then it's like, oh, I'm busier than I thought, it's not, I'll put it off till next Monday. And this just continues until, although we feel like we're just putting things off, things are actually getting worse subtly. We might not feel it in any way, but things are getting worse subtly. So how can we flip that and go, because the key is what will happen here then is we get into what they call the pit of despair. The model calls it the pit of despair, which means we either give up or we brace ourselves through perhaps an uncomfortable time, but we know that from a big weight loss study that when people are told that stuff might be hard, they actually do better, because they expect and know that obstacles are on the way rather than in the way. Obstacles are on the way rather than in the way. And it's these obstacles that help us find solutions to get better results. And that's always the key thing when it comes to fat loss, getting fitter, getting stronger, breaking habits, and creating new ones, because there might be a cost to breaking a bad habit in terms of initially, it might feel a bit uncomfortable. We use the example of if you get into your other half side of the bed before they've got into bed, they'll probably get in there and go, what the hell are you doing? Like, it'll be really, like, that's how autopilot we are. What's going on? At the end of the day, it's just the side of the bed that we're so tuned in to doing, because we've learned to forget things. So what we need to do instead is how to get started today. We need to just move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get going straight away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to drink a glass of water right now. Lower your expectations of what starting is. So today I want you to pick one thing that if you did would make everything else perhaps easier or unnecessary. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to have a glass of water. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I do 10 squats with Matt as he talks through from here. I do 10 punches now with Matt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Use that today as a bit of an energy booster when you need it. It sounds simple, sounds odd, but the research is there. It improves insulin resistance, blood sugar levels, risk of diabetes, just from breaking up sedentary behaviour and getting started. Anyway, that's all from me. Let me know if you're in on that. Any questions, as always, do let me know, and I will see you soon. Hey Susie, hey Sarah, hey Gisela, take care.